If you think the Liberals are out of their not very often used for thinking things, you know, their minds, for outlawing single-use plastics, especially after the pandemic proved to us just how important single-use plastics are, well, I've got a new petition to tell you about, or as Justin Trudeau would describe it, a sign your name, send a message to a politician kind of thing.
We have recently switched to drinking water bottles out of when we have water bottles out of plastic, away from plastic towards paper, like drink box water bottles sort of things.
What can put a blight on your day quicker than listening to Justin Trudeau try to describe something as innocuous as drinking water from some form of receptacle? For me, it's paper straws. You're minding your own business and you go get an iced coffee because it's dollar drink days, or a soft drink with your burger, and then you get a paper straw, which quickly turns to mush. Or what about when it's hot out, you're in a drought, and you're trying to beat the heat, so you're getting a frozen beverage in the form of a slushy drink at your favorite convenience store, and oh, would you look at that? Paper straws. They're even doing this nonsense at the movies where your ginormous action movie-sized drink is supposed to last you through 2 hours of a movie, but your straw only makes it maybe 30 or 35 seconds. I know, it's a total first world problem, but I totally hate it because all of this is so unnecessary. It's all virtue signaling. And I love plastic, and the Liberals are phasing plastic out. And I think they're doing it because it's an extension of the oil and gas sector. Canadian straws, despite what the Liberals would have you believe, are not ending up in the eyeballs and up the noses of sea turtles somewhere floating around in the ocean. Our straws are not creating a tidal wave of plastic garbage in Indian rivers and Chinese rivers. That's not our garbage. Here in Canada, we're pretty good at dealing with garbage and keeping it off the streets and keeping it in landfills where it belongs. Everywhere you turn in the public, there are trash cans that are separated into paper, waste, and recyclables. And don't even get me started on the scam that is plastic recycling. That's another virtue signaling effort that costs Canadian taxpayers way too much money when there are other, more efficient ways of dealing with this plastic, beautiful, perfectly inert garbage. It's amazing because you get to use plastic once for the purpose it's intended for, and then if you're a smart, forward-thinking municipality, then you incinerate it cleanly and then use that heat to make energy. That's what they do in Burnaby, BC, where I think most of the anti-oil, anti-pipeline hippies there don't even realize they're charging their iPhones on plastic garbage electricity. But okay, I think you get it. I like plastic. And it's never been more evident, the necessity of plastic, than during this pandemic. Stores suddenly stopped packing groceries into those disgusting E. coli soaked reusable bags and went back to plastic after a decade of municipalities and stores trying to outlaw them or charge us to use them. When restaurants pivoted to DoorDash, to takeout and delivery to try to just survive the pandemic, they needed affordable disposable utensils for their customers. And truly, how could we forget the necessity of plastic to keep our hospitals sterile and clean? Plastic saves lives. It's not the Schedule 1 toxin the Liberals would have you believe it is, alongside lead, asbestos, and mercury. That's ridiculous. So that's why I'm excited to tell you about this new petition in the House of Commons. Look at this. It's petition E3549, initiated by Vesso Sobot from Burlington, Ontario. I hope I said your name right, Vesso. And it is sponsored by Chris Lewis, the Conservative member for Essex, Ontario. And it reads, whereas COVID-19 has made it clear we need plastics more than ever, darn straight. Plastics save lives in hospitals every day when used in protective face masks, shields, gowns, oxygen masks, and easy-to-clean surfaces. Plastics have saved millions of people in Canada and around the world from COVID-19. Plastics are ubiquitous in Canadian homes. They are used in TVs, sound systems, cell phones, appliances, siding, fencing, decking, piping. Plastics are essential in planes, trains, automobiles, ships, satellites, and space stations. Canada exports plastics products worldwide, contributing significantly to Canadian prosperity and Canadian plastic products are environmentally responsible and often have the lowest carbon footprint when compared to alternatives. We, the undersigned citizens and residents of Canada, call upon the Government of Canada to end its unfounded attacks on plastic products and empower and support the 100,000 men and women in the industry that create $35 billion worth of versatile products yearly in an environmentally responsible manner. Amen. Friends, if you're with me and you think that plastic is a wonderful thing that has made our lives easier, cleaner, and more convenient while providing thousands of jobs for Canadians, can I invite you to sign that petition, e-petition 3549. I'll put a link to it in the description of this video to make it really easy for you to send a message to Justin Trudeau that there's no manufacturing of his drink box, water bottle sort of things without our good buddy plastic. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. It is precisely because of stories like this one, stories that mock the Liberals and their terrible, nonsensical ideas, that the Liberals want to kick us completely off the internet. And a time may come where they do get their way. And if that is the case, we want to be able to stay in touch with you. Please go to rebelnews.com. There's a pop-up there. It'll ask for your phone number or your email address. It's a way for us to stay in touch with you if and when the Liberals do finally pressure YouTube into kicking us off the platform altogether. Again, that's rebelnews.com.